Once again, the hypocrites in the left-wing media find themselves suffering from the acute condition of selective outrage. This time it's because a right-wing pastor from Montana who has his own radio show posted a statement on Facebook saying the Bible requires Christians to own a semi-auto rifle such as an A5. And if they don't own one, they have denied the Christian faith and they are worse than a heathen. Pastor Chuck Baldwin, who hosts the radio show Chuck Baldwin Live and writes a syndicated column, appeared on Sheila Zielinski's podcast to discuss GES. While on the show, he read from the first epistle to Timothy in support of his point. He quoted 1 Timothy 5:8, which is a sentence in the middle of a longer section about how Christians are supposed to treat widows and elders. The quote reads, "Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." Matthew Henry, in his classic exposition of the Old and New Testaments, says the passage means, "If any man or woman do not maintain their poor relatives, they in effect deny the faith." Trending, just in, Trump is opening up Obama's secrets record, will reveal what all of America deserves to know, but Baldwin disagrees. He goes on to explain that instead of being about providing only food and other necessities for poor relatives, it also describes a duty to provide for your family, but you cannot provide protection for your family without being equipped to do so. Therefore, you must have a means to defend yourself, even against a tyrannical government. Here is the entire Facebook post. The purpose of the Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting or Target SG and everything to do with protecting the liberties of the people from oppressive government. The Founding Fathers were crystal clear about that. And yet, there are many GN owners that do not understand that basic truth. Many GN owners do not even own an Arkansas-type rifle. Whether they realize it or not, these people are effectively disarmed. The HN, shotgun, or bolt-action rifle might be fine for sporting purposes and for defending oneself against a lone GN, but they are wholly ineffective in protecting society against the government, any government aggression. Unless one is restricted by age or handicap, every qualified adult and teenager 18 years old and older, and really there is no valid reason why teenagers younger than 18 shouldn't be able to possess Arkansas-type rifles if they have a competent father or mother properly instructing them, should own an Arkansas-type rifle and be practiced with it. Every adult. If there are 4 adults in the house, there should be 4 Rs in the house and 1 in the pickup truck or car. And if you live in a city or state that prohibits you from lawfully possessing a loaded Arkansas-type rifle in your vehicle, why in the world do you still live there? And given the recent statements of President Trump and many Republicans expressing support for Democrat-sponsored GN-controlled, people should be flocking to local GN stores to purchase Arkansas-type rifles and 30-round magazines and lots of ammo. At this point, to trust Trump and his fellow Republicans to protect the Second Amendment from further abridgments is downright foolish. Freedom-loving people in this country need to send the loudest message to Washington, D.C. See right now. And the best way to do that is to buy Arkansas-style rifles like there is no tomorrow. And regarding the rights of free men to be armed as intended by the Second Amendment, there might not be too many tomorrows. Plus, Christians need to come to grips with the fact that possessing the means of self-defense is not only a constitutional right, it is a sacred duty. Christians who are not prepared to defend themselves, their families and their communities have denied the faith and are worse than infidels. To quote the New Testament scripture, providing self-defense is as much a part of providing for his own and his own house as is providing food, clothing, and shelter. And make no mistake about it, if Christians or non-Christians alike do not possess Arkansas-type rifles, they are not prepared to defend themselves, their families, or their communities. The government can no more be trusted to guard the liberties of the nation than they can be trusted to guard the lives of school children. The responsibility to guard the lives and liberties of our friends, loved ones, and neighbors rests with each of us. So, even if you must sell something to get the money, make sure that every adult in your house, unless incapacitated in some way, is armed and practiced with an Arkansas-type rifle. And, again, stock up on 30-round magazines and ammo. And be quick about it. P.S. If your Christian friends do not understand the biblical injunction of self-defense and attend these churches, where the pastors teach them nothing, or teach them that they don't need ours and heretical stuff like that, I strongly urge you buy them the book that my constitutional attorney's son and I wrote entitled, To Keep or Not to Keep, Why Christians Should Not Give Up Their Guns. This pastor is 100% correct, and to anyone who doubts him, go back in history and read up on how Hitler was able to round up and kill 11 million people. The first thing he did was take people's rifles away in the name of safety for the children.